add Elizabeth's thoughts here. You had a quote really stuck out for me from your book, Elizabeth. You said, "I would like to put the apple back on the tree, please, because the knowledge of good and evil is just too damn painful." A lot of your book is talking about how we can live and respond to evils and suffering. And although you're not a philosopher of religion, but you do consider yourself a theist, how do you reconcile this perfectly good, omnipotent, omniscient being with the evident suffering in the world?
I don't consider myself a theist, but I do consider myself a Christian.
You don't consider... Oh, okay. Apologies. You don't consider yourself a theist?
It's one of those philosophy of religion terms that feels like arid.
We'll clarify the concepts at the pub. I won't make people sit through that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I became a Christian through a powerful experience of God's love, and then I tried for a while to be an atheist, and this was part of the reason. And if I'm ever an atheist again, and that may happen, it will be because of the problem of suffering. It's, I think, the big gaping wound in human experience, right? And so the desire to explain it away or justify it always seems morally abhorrent to me. I think the kind of first right response is just witness. It's just to witness. The fact that this is never theoretical, everyone in this room will have a reason why this is not theoretical, right? And it often comes back to this thing about love. It's the loss of people that we love or the suffering of people that we love. Actually, the problem of pain, we can tolerate quite a lot of suffering for ourselves. For the people we love, not so much. For the loss and grief, not so much. And the traditional Christian responses to it, the free will argument that in our turning away from God, the homo inconvertus in se, as Augustine says, humanity turned in on itself, as that definition of sin, our withdrawal from love, our turning our back on love, which is one way to think of the fall, somehow cracked outwards into all creation. And that's responsible for natural evil. Doesn't quite do it for me. The veil of soul making, the idea that suffering is somehow helping us grow up our souls in its worst form, like morally poisonous. Nick Cave, others writing about suffering and grief at the moment, are gesturing towards something that feels like the suffering can deepen us and humanize us. There seems something true in there, but you need to take so much care with that argument. I don't resolve this. I just hold it, and I hold the tension of it purely because of Christ on the cross. Because an impassive God who looks on the suffering of creation as omnipotent, omnipresent, whatever your kind of abstract labels for God are, I have no interest in. A God that comes close in solidarity with the suffering. There's a bit in Isaiah that Christians believe is a prophecy about the Messiah, and it says, he was a man of sorrows, acquainted with grief, one from whom people turned their face. And a God who I don't understand why allows suffering, but comes close to it and stands in solidarity with the suffering at all times and weeps, that allows me to hold it.